Namaskaram. I'm Anil Rayidi, and I want to go through my recommendations on Lokpal Bill of 2011 introduced in Lok Sabha, and also show you the difference between government bill and bill put together by an Hazare's team and my recommendations. And I believe that we need to get as much details as possible into the bill rather than wait until later on the bill is passed. And what I did is I actually broke the complete bill into 16 different major topics, and those topics are composition, composition, tenure, manner of appointment, qualifications, salary removal, jurisdiction investigation, prosecution, complaint against staff, penalty, funding, other powers, grievance redressal, Lokayukta itself, and other provisions. Lokpal and Lokayukta composition. So, Lokpal composition, Chief Justice of India as a chair of Lokpal and Chief of Central Business Commission (CBC) and Director of the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI), and two members with legal background, one with technical background, one with medical background, and one with administrative background from administrative service. And whereas Lokayukta, Chief Justice of High Court, being the chair of Lokayukta, and Director General of Anti-Corruption Bureau, and Director General of Police, and two with legal background, one with technical, one with medical, one with administrative background from IAS. And Lokayukta tenure. And Lokpal, there is no limit for Chief Justice of India, Chief of CBC, and CBI Director. Whereas for the other 5 members, there's a 5-year age limit, 5-year limit, and there is no age limit for anyone. It's a completely against age discrimination, and there's no age limit at all. For Lokayukta, there's no limit for Chief Justice of High Court and Director General of Anti-Corruption Bureau and Director General of Police. And for the other 5 members, there's a 5 years limit, and again, no age limit for any of these members. Manner of appointment. And Lokpal, the 5 members to be chosen from 15 members selected by the recommended by the selection committee, and they are to be appointed by public debate and extensive questionnaire in the parliament. And this selection committee consists of the President, Prime Minister, Lok Sabha Speaker, Leader of the Opposition in both houses, and all previous chairpersons of the Lokpal, Chairman of Union Public Service Commission, and Chairman of the Bar Council of India, and Chairperson of Medical Council of India, and All India Council for Technical Education Chief, and Chief Election Commissioner, and Comptroller and Auditor General. And whereas Lokayukta, again, 5 members to be chosen from 15 members recommended by the selection committee, and again appointed by public debate and extensive questionnaire in the States Assembly. And this selection committee should consist of Governor, Chief Minister of the state, and Assembly Speaker, and Leader of the Opposition Party in the Assembly, all previous chairpersons of the Lokayukta, and Chairman of Union Public Service Commission, and Chairman of the Bar Council of India, Chairperson of Medical Council of India, and All India Council for Technical Education Chief, and Chief Election Commissioner, and Comptroller and Auditor General. Qualification. All 5 members of the Lokpal and Lokayukta must be citizens of India and age of at least 35, prior involvement in the community service, and strong willingness to serve the country. Salaries. All 5 members other than Chief Justice of India and CBC Chief and CBI Director, they should be getting 35,000 rupees per month and an option for voluntary service. For the Lokpal staff, it's actually divided into 2 different branches. One is officers and the other one is non-officers. Officers should not be more than 50 for Lokpal, and they should be getting 10,000 rupees per month or option for voluntary service. And the non-officers should be divided again into from level 1 to 5, 1 being more qualified and 5 being less. And each branch should, each level should not have more than 100 people working for that level as a Lokpal staff. And their salaries range anywhere from 8,000 to 4,000 from level 1 to level 5. Whereas Lokayukta, all 5 members are the Chief Justice of High Court, Director General of Anti-Corruption Bureau, and Director General of Police. You should be getting 20,000 rupees or option for voluntary service. And Lokayukta staff, again we were into officers and non-officers, officers should be not more than 50, and they should be getting 10,000 rupees or option for voluntary service again. And Lokayukta staff are divided from level 1 to 5, level 1 being more qualified and 5 being less, and each level should not have more than 100, and their salaries range anywhere from 8,000 to 4,000 again, same as Lokpal. And total expenditure on salaries, when I put together everything per year, costs around 125 crores towards the Consolidated Fund of India, and we'll talk about more expenditure when you go through funding. Lokpal members and staff are automatically removed from their office once they are proven guilty in the Supreme Court. Whereas Lokayukta, they are automatically removed once they are proven guilty in the High Court and they are convicted and proven guilty. Jurisdiction. It covers all the citizens of India with no exceptions and excludes any action of an MP in the Parliament and any action of an MLA in the Assembly. So this is in respect of the Constitution article. And the convicted shall have an option to challenge Lokpal or Lokayukta's decision in the Supreme Court while imprisonment time, and these cases should not take more than 6 months. Lokpal, with the help of Anti-Corruption Bureau, Anti-Corruption Wing of CBI, and CVC shall conduct these investigations, and they should not take more than 6 months again. And whereas Lokayukta, they have to do the investigation with the help of Anti-Corruption Bureau, and again it should not take more than 6 months. Complaints against Lokpal staff. Complaints against Lokpal staff, Lokpal members and staff can be filed in Supreme Court, and whereas Lokayukta, complaints against Lokayukta members and staff can be filed in High Court. Prosecution. Lokpal, after the investigation, if needed, Lokpal shall prosecute in a court with Chief Justice of India as a judge and 2 members with the legal background as prosecutors, and Chief of CVC and CBI Director defending the investigation that they have done, and remaining 3 members of the Lokpal who are one with technical, one with medical, and one with administrative background, with 3 different perspectives and 3 different mindsets. And they will be listening the whole case and concludes the decision at the end, and they act as jurors. And Lokpal shall make sure everyone gets a fair trial and no one has immunity. And whereas Lokayukta, Chief Justice of High Court as a judge, 2 members with legal background prosecute, and Director General of Anti-Corruption Bureau and Director General of Police defending the investigation, and remaining 3 members act as jurors. Again, same as Lokpal, and Lokayukta shall make sure everyone gets a fair trial and no one has immunity. Penalty. All cases to be classified with severity 1 to 5, 1 being more severe and 5 being less. And for the imprisonment time of term 1 year for the severity 5, which is less severe, and 10 years for the most severe severity 1. And Lokpal shall maintain a credibility matrix to actually make sure complaints are genuine and trustworthy. Any person, group or organization proved to be repeatedly making frivolous or vexatious complaints shall be penalized with 2 to 5 years of jail and fine 25,000 rupees to 2 lakhs. So Lokpal and Lokayukta, total expenditure on salaries, like we went through already, that's like 125 crores, and expenditure on maintenance should be 20% of their salary expenditure, and total annual expenditure of Lokpal and Lokayukta together towards the Consolidated Fund of India is around 150 crores, which is more in line with the government bill rather than Hazare's bill, which is actually requesting for 1,500 crores for annual budget of the Lokpal. And on top of the non-recurring expenditure, there's a one-time 500 crore expenditure, which includes buildings and expenditure for the buildings, and 25 Lokayukta offices one in each state, and 28 Lokpal officers, one in each state, to take care of the cases, including 2 or more states, and 1 Lokpal headquarters in New Delhi, which also takes care of all the cases from Union territories. And each Lokpal office in a state to get 5 crores, and each Lokayukta office in a state to get 10 crores, and Lokpal headquarters to get rest 80 crores. Powers. All Lokpal shall have all the powers that CBI and CBC have today, and Lokayukta all the powers of the Anti-Corruption Bureau. So they should have all the powers what they have right today. So grievance redressal. I actually agree with bill put together by Hazare's team, and there should be a citizen charter and a grievance redressal mechanism, including complaint to Lokpal. Lokayukta itself. Lokayukta is Lokpal of that state and deals with corruption cases in that state to not overload Lokpal, and all 7 union territories come under Lokpal. And Lokayukta judgment can be challenged in the Supreme Court while serving in the prison, and these cases should not take more than 6 months. So other provisions, I think this is very important. Lokpal shall have provision for citizens to come forward and notify government about the black money, whatever they haven't paid tax for, and get the immunity for that, and government can use this tax income to fund Lokpal and Lokayukta. So rather than impacting some of the department, so 150 crores every year. So yeah, so I appreciate your comments, feedback. Please send me feedback to anil.rayidi@gmail.com. Thank you.